What's up, guys? This is Carlos and Catherine Green of Power Couples Rock, and welcome to Tuesday night popcorn conversation where we're handling issues one pop at a time. And thank you all for joining us, listening to us, or viewing this later in the broadcast. We hope that the things that we say tonight will be something that you can actually take away for your hearts and your heads. And I am so joined by my beautiful wife tonight, Catherine Green.
Hey there, popcorn family, and all the Power Couples Rock, family out there, friends.
Yes.
We want to thank you all for joining into Popcorn Conversation. I was just looking back at all of the topics that we have shared and have been encouraging people and helping couples out as they come up with we hear these issues that we have been pulling from the popcorn machine.
Right.
And we know we've been doing this almost a year now. And we heard wonderful testimonies about how the topics that we have brought forth have really helped and empowered their relationship.
Yes.
So we're doing this for you, not only for you, but for us as well, because as we bring these topics forward, we get inspired and encouraged and strengthened along the way.
So if you're looking at this, you will see this amazing couple that is with us tonight that's normally not with us, but have been with us for a while, right? And they are all the way from Birmingham, Alabama. We are so fortunate, so honored, and so pleased to have with us Adam and Adrienne Mixon. What's up, Mixons?
Hey. What's up?
Oh, so good to have you guys on tonight. So honored to have you guys on tonight. Okay. And so for people wondering though, okay, first of all, y'all say hello to everybody.
Yes.
Hey, everybody. Power couples.
How we doing?
Oh, good. Okay. So I just want to just give a shout out to the Mixons because not only do they know the word, but they live the word. Not only do they know songs, but they sing songs and they can sing them like crazy. And they are just some of the closest friends that we have at this point. Iron sharpening iron. And we've known each other now for well over 20 to 25 years now.
Are we telling our age now?
No, because we met them when we were like 5.
All right.
We met them
on the internet, man. Come on.
It's like 25 years now, at least. Because I'm looking, we've been in Atlanta for 20 years, and then we were in Cincinnati for 7 years, and we knew you all when we first got there. So it's been over 25 years since we first met. Isn't that crazy?
That is.
Wow.
Good.
Well, time just passes by. It waits for no one.
I know.
And just years on top of years on top of years. That's amazing. Good for you. Yeah.
And even though we've lived in different cities and different states, we've always remained close, connected, shared life together, all of that together. So it's just been a blessing that you guys are part of our lives. Again, we are honored and joyful that you all are a part of our lives.
Wow.
Yeah, y'all are the truth, though.
Yeah.
Y'all are the truth.
Yeah.
We try to be, but y'all make us be the truth too.
You do.
We want to say this. Thank you for joining us. And we just want to give a shout out to our other co-hosts who are out tonight.
We need to do that.
We need to just give a shout out to you all. They have conferences and my one couple, their parents have been sick.
Yeah.
And we just want to send prayers out to you all and hope that you all get well and that everything works out for your family as you're going through the illness. And then that is the Joneses. The Jones are out because of that. And the Parkers are out getting fed with
At a
other word
conference,
at a
yes,
conference. Yeah.
yes.
We just want to say
Mhm.
shout out to you all. We miss you all. We look forward to you all coming back. But we are grateful to have the Mixons with us. As Carlos said, they've been with us before.
Yes.
They've dropped seeds and watermelon seeds too. Adam can drop
Adam
some
can drop some watermelon seeds. Okay. Yes, yes, you can. Yeah, right. Yes, you can.
And Adrian has been with us. She helped during our mental health month.
She
And
sure
she was
did.
one of our speakers there and helping us navigate some of the issues or things that we deal with as far as the community goes
Yes.
is mental health. And so
Mhm.
we welcome you all for a lively discussion tonight.
So can
We're
I?
ready.
You're ready? Y'all are ready?
She's
All right,
warming up.
So I'm looking at the topic, and I'm like, we signed up for the wrong night. or something.
No, this is a good time. But I want to say two things though before we actually dive into the topic. One is I just want people to know that we probably had one of the best Valentine's Day weekends that we've had in such a long time because we spent it with the Mixons. Okay. They
What a
supported
surprise. It
y'all.
was such a surprise.
Wow.
That
Wow.
was y'all. That was y'all. I'm just telling y'all, they actually came to Atlanta and they spent time by themselves, but then they actually reached out to us. Then we all went out, had a great time, could not stop laughing. Then I I invited them back to our house and would not let them leave our house. So much so that they ended up spending the night because I was like, you're not leaving. But
Nope.
y'all, it was one of the best Valentine's Day that we could not get enough of y'all. Okay. So thank y'all.
It was refreshing
Thank you.
for us. I think we walked around and just stared at each other for a couple of days after.
Yeah.
It was a sweet time. It was so overdue for us. So yeah, thank y'all for being so
Thank you.
just wonderful host. Hey y'all, the spot is on there. Look them up on Verbo or Airbnb. Nah, it was wonderful.
Yeah.
We just had it was
We appreciated it.
life
Really
giving
did.
for us.
Well, thank
No,
you.
It was absolutely incredible for us to just have you guys be at our home, be in our environment, just because it just felt so good
Mhm.
to have that connection with you out face to face again
Mhm.
with you all. So thank you.
And I'm just trying to figure out how y'all maintain such amazing energy all the time.
Carlos is natural. Mine is caffeine. No.
I love the truth.
You know? So here's one of the statements that I love. So whenever we come around you all, we feel so loved. There was a statement that was made that I heard that always sticks with me. It says, hang around people whose eyes light up when they see you coming.
Mhm.
Wow.
Oh,
Hang around people whose eyes light up when they see you coming.
Yeah.
And I tell you, every time y'all come around, my eyes light up. So I'm hoping that y'all continue to hang around me. You know? And so
Unless
it's
it's
such-
not too bad. I mean,
Yeah, we know where you live now.
oops, oops, we got the address. Oops. I gotta get it out of the garage without being inside. Oops.
Right. Yeah, right. Okay.
On the couch. There we
Right.
I'm
I'm like, is Adam and Adrian still here?
Hey,
They're still
community. We try to tell everybody community is important in building relationships.
It is.
They can last for a long time, and those relationships come in handy when you're traveling and when you just want to just hang out for a good old time.
Yes.
I love it. Well, listen,
Let's go.
we got to get into this topic
Come
tonight
on. Let's do it.
because I think it
Is
is a
this all no more? We
fun.
Yes.
Yes, and this is not something we came up with. Someone had asked about this, so we decided to jump in and have a conversation around it. So our topic tonight is recovering from bad decisions. How do you move forward without blame? Recovering from bad decisions. How do you move forward without blame? Well, first of all, can we talk about what is a bad decision? we need to understand what a bad decision is.
Okay.
Okay. So what is a bad decision?
What did you have?
Well, something I wrote down was a bad decision is a choice that produces consequences that may damage your trust, may damage your well-being in your relationship, or it can be short-term or it can be long-term.
Yeah.
But it does not work to the advantage of a relationship, but it can damage a relationship. And so bad decisions, not that they will last forever, but they can be damaging in a relationship. So it can haunt you for years. Sometimes it can. And if you deal with it right away, sometimes you can rectify that. What do you all think about bad decisions?
Well, Adam and I are wearing black. We didn't plan this, but since we're talking about bad decisions, let's zoom out and then let's zoom in.
Okay.
America, if you're listening, you've made a bad decision.
No,
You're in black. However,
Lord.
if we're talking about couples, I guess you need to ask the question, how do you want to move forward? There's justice that somebody wants to have. The other person wants to cover it up maybe and just move on. So we got to figure out, how do you want to move past that decision? Because there's hurt on both sides. Yes. I feel bad for the decision, and the other person is like, I'm suffering the consequences. So we're in it together. We're both hurting, but how do we want to move forward? That's a good question to ask.
I think when we think about bad decisions in relationships, they're almost always decisions you make without the other person in mind. If you're talking about the confines of a relationship, if I make a decision and it does not consider the other, then that's not every now and again you can do that and it works out and it's like, oh, okay. But most of the time, if you make decisions, whether it's stopping to pick up something to eat and you don't call and say, hey, do you want something to eat? Or, if decisions made without considering the other.
Yes.
That never, typically, I can't say never, but that typically does not work out well.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be one and you should be thinking about the other before you start to make some of those decisions that can go awry, right?
Right.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Carlos?
I was just going to say, Adrian, were you going to say something?
No, I'm listening.
Good. So there, Adam, what you said, we always believe that there's two questions you should ask yourself before you even enter into that decision, right? The first decision is, does it glorify God? And then the second decision, does it benefit your spouse? Now, it may benefit you, but really does it benefit her? Like, if you know you're going to go out and buy a new car and you know that you're already in debt, that is not going to benefit your spouse. I don't care how good that car looks, right? Or if you gamble away money thinking I'm going to make it up, that is not going to benefit your spouse, and it definitely not going to glorify God. So just at least that gives you the starting point or the parameters for how do you start to enter into those kinds of decisions so that you don't make those bad decisions.
Yeah. And then, admitting the fact that we're all human beings.
Yep.
And we're inclined towards selfishness. The discipline of thinking about somebody else before you think about yourself. That in a natural way, that's not how we're inclined.
No.
We learn me, I, mine. We center ourselves almost from the time we get here. So we spend the rest of our lives trying to learn to make room and to consider other people, and that's a challenge, and all of us are given to it to different degrees, right? So So yeah, that's the beginning of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think over time you start to learn each other and you start to assume, oh, I know what they'll want. I'm just gonna go in ahead and that decision. I thought you would be okay with it because I know you. And then that's the time, like, you should have called me or you should have talked to me. And then the whole trauma of finding out versus you sharing causes another issue. So
yeah, that assuming thing is less predictable.
I thought you'd be okay with it.
The longer you're with somebody, because the longer you're with somebody, the greater the temptation to take stuff for granted or to make certain assumptions, when the truth of the matter is we've been together for 30 years and we are not the same.
Yeah.
Right.
We are
Yes.
You evolve and you transform, all of that, right?
Well, talk a little bit about why you're not the same. I mean,
well, time bring about a change, and I hope, yes. Time brings about your hairlines and time, all of it. Right? But we mature. And again, if you've been with somebody for a long time, we've been together so long, and I think y'all too, that in some ways you grow up with each other.
Yes.
You know. That's right. And Fruit Loops on the sofa in front of cartoons on Saturday morning was cool back in the day.
Yes,
it ain't cool no more.
Yeah,
other things that ain't gonna get it.
That's true.
You know, so giving each other the room to be different, to grow, to change your mind about certain things. To be like, yo, I used to like that. I don't like that no more. Right? I mean,
true.
Being able to have those types of honest conversations, and it's not like your character doesn't change, but your desires change. You
have to change with the seasons.
If
you dress for the wrong season, you're not equipped. You're gonna be too hot, too cold. We'll get sick. You got to change with the season. Yeah, that when the other person is in a different season. But as long as we grow together, we'll figure it out. Be like, okay, it's spring today. Let's adjust.
But you gotta be paying attention to that. You cannot be assuming it.
Yeah.
Look, I have a bad habit of wanting to impress this lady still. So
let's go.
So I'm like doing all kind of outlandish stuff, trying to make her say wow or whatever, and she been telling me for a couple decades, this is what I want.
I like it.
And I've been like, that ain't big enough. We need to go. So I go do all this crazy stuff, breaking my back, spending money, all of this kind of stuff. And when she's kind of like, I'm salty, and secretly she's not fulfilled. And then I decided to listen. I'm like, well, she said she wanted this. I'm gonna do this. And then she lights up like a Christmas tree, and I'm sitting there looking like, I'm like, yo, I should have
exactly.
Why ain't just listen, man?
Just listen.
It's the perfect example, because even the way that we celebrate is different. So for me, you can throw me the biggest party you ever want to, and it can be all over the city. It can be, and I'm like, yeah. But Catherine is like, no, I just want something small, intimate, and I want to make sure that it's really valuable with my girlfriends or with my family, or let's just go somewhere where it's just us. So I understand her quality time aspect of things and how important that is for us. So I have to do things that are going to be more memorable, so I don't make a bad decision to say,
I see you, Pastor. You just
to me. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted.
He's not listening. We've been together for so long. You're supposed to be reading me. You're supposed to be studying me. And you're supposed to understand that, because you, as you say, you go out and do all these great things that's making you feel good.
Right.
Making you feel good. And
mind your business now. Mind your business now. You ain't have to.
Making you feel
I'm
good.
I'm feeling kind of hot over here.
Yeah. You could have saved a few dollars had you just listened. Okay.
I do.
I think, y'all, that's one of the things, if we're going to talk about making bad decisions, again, not paying attention to the other person, not considering, and just listening. Period.
I'm
just
so
not listening.
I'm so glad you said that, because there's one story, even though there's many stories that I have that I should have listened to my wife. So even just from an investment standpoint, right? So because I'm out there, back in the day, I'm out there trying to make that money, make that bread, get in all these investments that we have. And there was one investment that I thought, hey, now this is going to pan out, because I absolutely love what they're doing. And there was a particular celebrity tied to this investment. So it's like, well, how can I cannot lose, right? Because no. And my wife was like, 6 cents, 6 cents, 6 cents. I said, no, I got this, baby. I know we can do this. So, man,
well, first of all, he said, we can do it. Let's pause right there.
Scary. Right. We can. I said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to invest this money. I say, I'm not going to interrupt what we got going on a daily basis, but I am going to take some of our money that we have, and I'm going to invest this money. So this particular investment was like ties and bow ties, and we were having all of these shows and these trunk shows, but they kept saying they needed more money. I said, okay, let me get some investors in. So at this point, I am up to like thousands of dollars. I'm thousands of dollars that I've invested in this space. Now, my wife is telling me, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. And I said, no, this will pay off. No, you just, with no risk, no reward, no high risk, no high reward. And I kept doing it. And then here's the scary thing, y'all. I brought other investors in.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Lord.
Let's pause right here and say, tonight we are talking about poor decisions or bad decisions that we may have made. And then how do we move forward without blaming? I just wanted to make a pause right here so that Context. Go ahead and finish that story.
Right. So I'm on the bad decisions and she's on the how to move forward. Okay. So I'm putting all of these thousands of dollars in there. Then I get investors in. I get like 3 to 4 investors who also put in thousands of dollars. And all of those thousands of dollars that I put in and the investors put in, it all went down the drain. And here's the thing that happened. They went ghost on me. They would not return my phone calls. They would not meet with me or anything. So I'm literally, y'all, we're talking like tens of thousands of dollars.
Yes.
So I have to take that money that the investors put in and I have to pay them back. I have to make sure that those investors
and they get taken care of.
They get taken care of because they trusted me. In that. So I used my own money to pay them back and then had to replenish what we had lost. So that was a very bad decision on my end because I wanted to move forward, but my wife was like, dude, Ninja, please slow down. You can do this. And so she was doing it in a way that didn't make me feel bad. And after everything had gone down the drain, and let me just say this one thing, I've never recouped my money from that, from those investors. Never talk with them at all. That was just one of the many stories.
Yes.
So,
and I would just, what would you like to say?
My wife We are still married today.
Yes. Yes.
Bless God. Won't he do it?
Why you doing? Yes.
Hey.
My wife, we are still married today because one of the things that she never said was, I told you so.
Mm-hmm.
But she did say, we have to be very careful of when we see things that are out there that are too good to be true.
Mm-hmm.
And we think that they're going to just like light up our life. If you look at anyone who's actually done really well, that hard work, that grind, that integrity, that character that comes with it, she was always really good about saying that. And then she was always really good about sensing when something wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something in my spirit. And I didn't listen at that point. I was like, I'm gonna make this bread for our family. That's what I was doing. I'm making this bread for my family.
We're doing this for us.
We fast too. And think about it.
Yes.
This guy had good quality stuff.
Oh, the stuff
tied to a celebrity. Come on. How could I lose with that? You know?
Yeah. And I would just like to add to that. And I want our viewers to know that I want to say that there wasn't stress. There was stress because
it was.
I was I'm not a dream killer. And I wanted Carlos to know I'm not a dream killer, but I can sense things. I'm also not a shiny object, or if the money is fast, I don't move on that. That doesn't attract me. So integrity is real high on my values. And it was just something about the get it now, you get it fast, we'll turn it around. And I saw up front what he was doing, the person who we were investing in. I saw immediately through that. And Carlos and I agreed. This is how I did not blame him, because we're talking about how do you not blame the person and you come through that. We talked about it. And then what I saw was, I'll tell you how the game worked. That he did the initial investment. So the guy or the person that we were dealing with, he of course paid Carlos back so he can say, see, I paid you what the first time what the investment, the return on your investment. That and I was just like, okay, let's leave it. And then somehow Carlos saw that and he was ready to go to the next one. And I was just like, I'm not really ready to risk that. And so as we had a conversation, and this is we're being very vulnerable here. We had a conversation and I said, this would be the amount that I'll be willing to go. And that's it. That is it.
And that was still a lot of money.
Yeah. And so when he did that, it was fine. He did that, but then he wanted to get more investors in. And that I was like, man, you're doing too much. Yeah, you're doing too much. And I will say I was bored with that because I already saw I don't chase dollars like that. I do believe that to whom much is given, much is required. I do believe that God is always working for our good. And so I'm not chasing the dollar. The money is great, but if that's the first thing you throwing at me, I'm usually turned off initially with that. And so as we began to discuss, and that was a lot, it was tension because then we have to come from our personal savings to make sure we made our friends hold who had invested in that. That's integrity on our part. And we did that. And then we sat down and made just a vow that we will be in agreement fully before we commit to something like that. If there's any hesitation about it, then that means we do not move forward.
Yes,
we do not move forward. And so that was a hard one for us, but we made it through and we did not blame. But I will tell you, woo!
Jesus is on the main line. I want it.
Yes,
I'm telling you.
Yes.
Oh my God.
But you go through those things sometimes. What about you all? Is there a situation that you can share that you're okay to share, and then talk about how you overcame and how did you handle that situation?
Wow. Well, since he was, transparent, I mean, I don't have a problem saying I've made a lot of bad decisions. I mean, when we got married, I was 20. I went straight from my parents' house to him. I never had an apartment. I don't know anything about adult life. He been in the Army and went to college. That's where we met. So he had some experience. Me, I'm like just in love. And I was like, he's going to take care of me and we're going to finish school and have a family and all of these things I did not consider. So out of love and just thinking I got it together, I made a lot of bad decisions, you know, financially and things like that. He held us down, but he was frustrated with me. We needed to grow up and I needed to see some things better because he was good at seeing down the road financially. And I'm like, well, what about right now? And it took time. It took time to be vulnerable so that if I made a mistake, I didn't feel like it was going to be blame and shame all the time because I was still learning. But I also didn't want to mess up our home and disappoint him. So kind of what you said, Catherine, with you all, he felt comfortable because you didn't like pound him on the head when he messed up. That makes the other person at least want to say, you know what, I did mess up. There's a lesson in this.
Yes.
I don't need to overlook it. Maybe there's something I can do better. Because if you come out and get blame and shame, you're going to do like I used to do. Just retreat, beat myself up. I haven't learned anything. I haven't done anything better. So we do need to stop blaming and shaming and figure out what's the lesson. Let's try not to repeat it. Have some accountability.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think that a big part of it too is, again, and again, thank you, Adrian, for saying that out loud. But being able to be honest when you make a mistake. Again, all of us are human.
Oh yeah.
Not one of us is batting 1,000, you know, all the time. We're gonna make errors in judgment. We're gonna do stupid stuff. The best way I can put it is the way Pastor Chandler said it to us when we were getting counseling before we got married. He looked at us and said, hey, y'all all hugged up and all, you know, gooey and mush-faced at each other, all of that. He said, you marrying a sinner. You marrying a sinner. You marrying somebody who is as broken and messed up as you are.
Yeah.
And with that, you're going to have no greater opportunity to demonstrate grace or receive it.
Yeah.
And that is kind of like, and again, setting aside the fact that, you got to process your feelings through all of this stuff.
Yes.
And deal with all of that and not hopefully try not to lie about it. But the fact of the matter is, when you love somebody, that's even the stinky draws. That's good or bad. And when it comes down to it, this is worth it. So you have to remember that. And then again, let's just be honest. Let's just be dead honest. None of us is perfect. All of us need grace. And if you don't think so, go stand in the mirror. Go stand in the mirror and hear a loving God declare to you that I know everything about you. I know your words and your deeds. I know your thoughts, your hidden desires. I know everything about you. And there's nothing that you can say or do that will cause me to love you more or less. Right.
I know those decisions that I was going. I'm so glad you said that, because I know those decisions that I were making. That was just one example. There were a couple of more that I had. I think for me, making those decisions and walking through that, and knowing that it didn't turn out right, I started to feel shame. I started to feel insecure. I started to feel not good enough because it wouldn't work out. I mean, all of those. And then I started to write negative narratives. I was appreciative that I had a consciousness about it, you know, but I tell you, it really started to, I know it was weighing on her from a wife's standpoint. Like, wait a minute, you're flooding the gates here. But for me, it was really messing with my psyche.
Oh,
it was really messing with who I thought I could be. And so trying to cover that up or trying to mask that around, hey, let's do it one more time, or we can make this work, or it's not as bad as it is, you know. But then I go into my secret space and I get that, dude, you failed again. You're not good enough. It's not going to work for you. I don't even know why you're even trying to do this. So just the mental capacity that it took to actually get through some of those things were just devastating to me. And so now, you know, like you all said, we're not the same person that we were years ago. And so thank God for my wife that now I'm definitely a lot more mature in that space, to where I'm not chasing the dollar, but I'm wanting to see other people win. I want to see where people, I mean, thank God we're in a good space now financially, where we're doing all of that. But now our goal is to, like, who can we make sure wins, and do it in the way that Catherine has always with character, with integrity,
definitely
wanting to make sure that everyone is in a good space, and then calling people out for it so that they don't make those bad decisions.
Being able to share.
I would like to say, though, that through all of that and through just our lifetime, Carlos has always been a fantastic leader and provider for my family. And he always made sure that I knew that. So I didn't have any doubt in that part of it. And I love him for that. And he's always been like that. And he's always saying, I want always take care of you, make sure that we have everything that we need. And so I have to take ownership in the part that I don't want to suffocate him from having some risk. So some decisions that I make can help him, it will hinder him from being able to take some risk. And so that helped us to talk through that.
Right.
And I know I had to give a little in reference to that, because it can't always be, let's not invest in anything. Because my daddy in me is like, oh, let's hold on to it.
And I have my daddy in me. Let's go.
Let's go.
You said, pull a lever. Pull a lever.
Yes. 3 cherries.
Yes.
But you know, you're signaling something that's super important. And I think Adrian and I just are learning it, and have learned it, is and Catherine, what you said is amazing, because you said, yo, I need to, that's in him. That's part of who he is. And I need to leave room for that. Which says to me, I see you and I'm thinking about you. I'm not just thinking about what's going to make me feel comfortable, but I'm seeing the whole who, again, that is part of not just getting over, but it's avoiding future as well. Right.
Thank you.
Adrian has said some stuff to me, oh my gosh, so many times, where it's like, do you hear me? And you know, yeah, I hear you. but nah, not really. I mean, we could be honest about it. There's wisdom that's tried to impart where I've kind of been like, yeah, whatever, you know.
Yes.
Stupid, being a man. I'm gonna tell this story, and it's not as deep, and but it illustrates exactly what I'm trying to say. I had this car, what I thought at the time was a fancy, it was the fanciest car we ever had.
It was nice.
It actually had wheel locks on it and everything, and and got a flat. And I'm a man. I am a man.
Let's go.
It's raining. We got a flat tire. Adrian was like, "You paid for AAA. Call AAA. And I'm like, I'm a man. I can change that time by the time AAA get here. Blah, blah, blah. She's like, you should call AAA. I did not call AAA. So this woman, this grace-filled human being right here, stood with me in the rain, holding an umbrella over me.
Wow.
While I stripped those bolts on those tires. And then had to call AAA. Now, messed up. It's messed up. It's so bad. It's very bad because they are wheel lock. I didn't just strip the bolts. I stripped the actual wheel lock.
Whoa.
The wheel lock that was designed for that vehicle. Now I can't take none of the tires off ever unless I get all of them cut off and get them replaced.
Dude, call AAA.
I should have called AAA. So after all of the embarrassment and $1,500 worth of unnecessary damages, and yeah, for 2 days, this woman, after standing in the rain with me, making sure I didn't get wet while I stripped these bolts on the fire, she didn't say a word. To your point, Carlos, she didn't say, I told you, why you ain't listen, blah, 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 none of that. So finally, I don't know, we was coming from church or something.
Yeah, we were.
And she's sitting over there looking all holy and everything. And I'm doing you, Carlos. I was like, stupid. Why should have just listened. I didn't have $1,500 to spend on this. What is wrong with you? And I finally turned to her and said, just say it. Just say it. Please just say it.
It will help me if you say it. It will help me.
Just agree with me. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. She's like, I don't have to say anything to you because you already know.
That hurts even more, right? That hurts even more.
But that being said, she didn't curse me. She didn't say that. But it ate me up. It ate me up. And again, to that point, start spinning that narrative, becomes a downward, backward spiral. And that again is the gift of these our marriages, the gift of these relationships. Because not only do we get to challenge one another and hold each other accountable, but we get to announce God's grace to each other. We get to
say that again. Say that
we get to announce God's grace to one another. We get to remind one another that God loves you. God, you are his beloved, and that's the only truth about you that matters. We get to remind each other of that, and it grounds us, it humbles us. It does challenge us, but it also encourages us when we make those bad decisions. That's the gift. That's why we need community. That's why we need y'all. We need each other to remind one another of God's grace toward us. Because ain't none of us here right now because we earned it.
Come on.
We're not here because we're wise, strong, smart, or good. Or what all we got is God's grace.
And the thing about it is you don't make those decisions intentionally, right? It's not like you're not out there to do
Let me go out here and mess up, please.
You're not. I love what you said, that we get to announce God's grace to one another, which is that's so sacred to be able to do that. Just to have that level of intimacy that you would be able to share with one another. Because if it was someone else that you're not in covenant relationship with, that could be a whole different something that goes left or goes south, and all of that, the time that you spend, the money that you spend, all of that. But when you're in covenant relationship and then you can announce God's grace to one another, to me, that could really solve so many marital issues when we can announce God's grace. So thank you for sharing that.
That sounds like it softens the heart.
Yeah.
I want it out. I want it out.
Oh,
this woman is proof that God's grace is inexhaustible.
Oh,
it's irrevocable. It's super abounding.
No, the thing is that scripture that says the mercy you show, because there will come a time you will switch places.
That part.
That's an entire word right there.
Right there.
Your turn. You get your turn.
Yes.
And then you will be the one begging, like, okay, I messed up. Or I'm afraid to talk about it. And since we're talking about, kind of how blame is a part of how do we move forward, taking out the blame.
Yeah.
When I deal with couples, I see a lot of people who have struggles separating who their partner is with what they consistently do. So they see them differently.
Wow.
And it's hard because just because we mess up doesn't mean we're a bad person.
Right.
You're a mess up.
And so after a while, some couples are like, well, they keep making the same mistake
over and over again.
How can I see them different? And it's hard to separate what you do with who you really are. And so that makes another hurdle of how do we move forward with a bad decision. At that point, you really do need community. You need counsel.
Yeah.
You need God's word to keep you, because just because you're the one who's been offended or hurt doesn't give us the power to hurt the other one. Yes, it still does hurt, but pain makes us feel powerful. You should do what I say. I'm gonna manipulate and gaslight. That's not how God does us. And so we have to be careful, separate the action from the person. Because if you consistently do it, every time I see you, all I see is you're a failure. You've let me down.
And to be treated like that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how that diminishes you to only be seen by the mistakes that you made, which is again the miracle of grace is that when Jesus meets us, he calls us sons and daughters.
Yes.
He calls us men and women, but he does not call us by our problems.
Thank God.
Ooh.
Or by our
first of all, y'all just said two things.
Right.
One, you said pain makes us feel powerful because we use that pain to lure people to justify their so pain makes us feel powerful. That's what we use it for in the wrong way. I'm thinking Adrian, right?
Yeah.
And then what is that you just said, Adam? I didn't write it down fast enough. You just said one.
I don't know, what did I say? That was the spirit. He'll bring all things to our remembrance, right?
You're talking about grace, right?
And that was hard.
I know we trying to write
it. We all over 50, y'all. We sorry. We go. It'll come back in a minute.
Yeah, I know. We'll get it back.
Inspired me, and I don't know.
I know it was about grace.
Yeah, this whole conversation about grace.
It's about grace.
Okay,
it's all right.
I can't even write it down fast enough.
But I think this is definitely great. Just we want to get some practical things that our audience and viewers can do in order to move forward. So can we talk a little bit about that? About what are some practical things they could do?
So as they're thinking about it, here's some things we're talking about. If we're making bad decisions in our relationships and how do we actually move forward, the decisions that we've actually made that have been challenging for us, it has actually allowed us, because we haven't blamed one another, it has actually allowed us to know how to dance better together, to know how to move better together, all of that. So now I know the steps to our dance. I know what that looks like. I know what she likes. I know how to make sure that I'm tilting her right. I know all that. Our dance is so much better together now that we've gone through the mistakes of just learning how to dance.
Yeah.
Now we know that. And so it actually just, I'm sorry, you had your
thing. Man, you just made me remember something. When we learn each other and not the myth.
Yes.
We've attached to one another.
Yes.
Because myths are powerful and they're dangerous.
Yes.
But we didn't marry myths and ideas. We married people.
Yes, we
and
did.
When you realize that is a person who is as clumsy, selfish, and stupid as you can be sometimes, you want something, because we learn how to move around each other.
Yes, we do. We know how to move around each other. So it's okay for us to be transparent and vulnerable and intimate, because we know we've learned the dance. We know what actually will minister to them. We know what we should not be doing. What they don't like. So then that actually brought me to the one of our favorite scriptures is Ecclesiastes 4, right? 9 through 12. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but there are 2 verses in here that I thought that would be really important for everyone. And one is that 2 are better than 1, right? Because they have a good return or good reward for their work. And then here's the second one. If one falls down, his friend can help him up. But pity the man who falls and has no one to help him up. So for me, I am excited that I've got someone with me here that if I do fall down, if I do make a mistake, I've got someone here that will help me up. This is my covenant partner for life. And so I don't have to go searching for a covenant partner. I don't have to look at my black book to see who I need to be helping me recover from that. I don't have to do that. I don't have to go find someone on the street and pay for it. I don't have to do any of that. Here's my covenant partner that if I do make a mistake, if I do fall down, if I do fall on hard times, I've got someone here that's going to lift me up. So
that's a blessing.
Wow, that's great.
Sometimes that uplift is like a combat boot, though. I just want to say one more thing. Sometimes it's a firm boot in the backside. Shortly after Adrian and I got married, look, this is the iron fist in a velvet glove. Don't let this move take you. It is. I'm telling y'all what I know. I was like super depressed after we got married because I had a really bad car accident that could have killed me.
Wow.
I wrestled with a bunch of issues, memory issues, speech issues, and this is right after we got married.
Wow.
So the year after we got married, I'm like depressed because it's hampering my work and my mobility, and I'm having bouts with blindness and all of this stuff. And I can't remember what time of year it was, but she's the only one who knew what the doctor said when they told her how bad it was. Wow. I still didn't know it. She never told me until that day. I was feeling sorry for myself, and she said, when I asked the doctor what was going on, you had a frontal contusion, you had damage to your frontal lobe, you had a brain bleed, and It's possible that you might not walk, that I might have to take care of you the rest of your life, and all of this kind of stuff. And here you are. Sometimes grace is get up. I know you made a mistake, or I know it's hard, or I know it's tough, but get up. I'm not going to let this define you.
Come on.
Sometimes grace is not just oh, it's okay, or we'll get through it. But grace is, I need you to get up and be who you are created to be.
Come on.
Yeah.
I need you to get up because you don't know what I know. I saw you laying there. I saw you. I heard what the doctor said. You were somewhere in between this world and the next one. Now get up.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
And it slapped me awake.
Yeah. That's a humbling conversation 4 months after you got married and you're only 20 years old. And they said, well, worst case scenario, you'll be feeding him in a wheelchair. And I said, okay, just my only words were, tell me what I have to do to take care of him. I didn't know anything else to say but that.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow, but you're still alive. You got the right mind. This is wild. I know it's a struggle, but hey, I saw you. I wasn't sure how the next 24 hours was going to go, but you're still here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's powerful. That is powerful. Thank you for sharing that your story. This has been a dynamic conversation, and we are just getting so close to time. It is almost like we need to do this, continue this conversation, because I really didn't get to give them some tools on how they need to move forward. Like, I want to make sure that you have there's one thing that I can say is, first of all, you could go out in our book. We have the way to handle, and I just thought about this, how to handle decision making. And we call it RAIN, the RAIN method, respectful, approachable. We also talked about be issue focused. And then the other is no noise. So you don't want the noise around you to help you to make the decisions, and pausing also will help that before you jump into making a decision, so that you can have a clean mind and a clear mind.
Yeah, that is so good.
To this, because this is really rich, and I would love to hear more stories about how people had made some decisions that wasn't so great, but how did they move forward past that? And people need to hear more stories about how they can do that. So we will press forward to part 2 on this one.
We definitely will. I love it.
Wow.
Thank you, Adam and Adrian.
Hey, I always put so much on our minds. We're going to be talking for 3 hours after we get on.
This was so life-giving for us. And thank you all for your wisdom, your experience, your stories, your insight, all of that, and your transparency and vulnerability. And then your conviction and the covenant relationship and the word that really makes this conversation so rich. Really appreciate you all.
Thank everybody who had participated in the chat,
because we had a lot of people in the chat.
We hadn't popped anything up on the screen tonight, but we just hope that you would go out there and review this, because this is some real rich, as Carlos said, life-giving conversation, and we're not going to stop it just tonight. We're just gonna stop tonight.
But Carlos, we'll be more intentional about staying on topic.
This is good.
We were on topic.
That was good.
It was on topic.
Was so good.
None of this was not on topic.
We
just want to encourage you to join us again for Popcorn Conversation right here every Tuesday night. 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is where we are tackling some of the questions that come up in life, in relationships, one pop at a time. Okay, we're doing it out here. Meet us back here next Tuesday night.
Somebody said everything
was on point.
Good
conversation. We know somebody was blessed by that conversation, the conversation we had. So until we meet again next time, don't forget to get powered up. See you.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. This was such a great conversation, right?
Awesome.